Hello. Don't know if you can hear that, but she's screaming right now. I'll be back. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm still really awkward at my intros and outros, so apologies there, but I will get there eventually. Today I wanted to film about my journey through my pregnancy. Okay, so let me backtrack. For those of you that don't know me or don't know this, I have a 21-month-old daughter. That's crazy to say. So she'll be 2 in April. Her name is Charlotte, and she is the light of my life, honestly. If you couldn't tell right there, my face lights up every single time I talk about her. If I'm looking down to the right, I have the monitor right here because she's sleeping, and I just like to check in on her every once in a while. I'm a weird mom, but I figured that I've always wanted to verbally tell my story. It's not really a story, it's just my journey, I guess, if you want to say that. But I thought I would tell my story or my journey about how my life has been, how my life has changed, and things like that. A lot of people don't know that I am still with her father. We live together. Okay, so to start off, I got pregnant when me and him were together for 4 months. I know that's quick, but I'm glad it happened. I'm glad. Like, I would not change any of this that I'm about to tell you. Okay, so we got together in May of 2017. No, May of 2016. Yeah. And then we got pregnant in around October. I want to say. I could be wrong. I don't know the details very well because it has been almost 2 years. But I found out I was pregnant in October of 2016, and I hid my pregnancy from almost everyone. Like, my parents knew, his parents knew, my boss knew, but other than that, if someone asked, I would tell them. If they didn't ask, I wouldn't, because that was my business, not theirs. But at first, I didn't have the best support system around me, so that was hard. But I did move out of my house in my hometown, and I moved in with my boyfriend, and that was the best decision I have ever made. I had an easy pregnancy. I didn't have any morning sickness. I didn't have any I felt normal. No sickness, no health problems, no nothing. So I was definitely very blessed there. But I was never sick, no health problems. I had a very easy, relaxed pregnancy. I didn't have any weird cravings. There was a month where I ate peanut butter jelly sandwiches for that whole month. There was, towards the end, when I was 8 to 9 months pregnant, all I wanted was Steak and Shake milkshakes all day, every day. And that's what I got. And they were delicious. I mainly got peanut butter. So for the whole pregnancy, basically, all I craved was peanut butter something. And paydays. Yeah. Other than those cravings, I didn't have anything too weird. I liked caramel stuff. I liked peanut butter. And that's mainly it for cravings. I can't remember how or when I found out what I was having, but I had them find out and then write it in an envelope because my boyfriend couldn't be with me the day I found out, but I had them write it in an envelope, and then I waited for him to get home from work, and we found out together. He was excited. If it was to be a boy, we were going to name him Warren. I don't know middle names because we found out we were having a girl, and we named her Charlotte Rae. I like that name. I've never met anyone named Charlotte, but there was that TV show, Good Luck Charlie, and her name was Charlotte, and they called her Charlie, and I just thought that was really cute, but no one I know calls Charlotte Charlie, and I'm kind of glad because I don't like it anymore. I don't like the nickname Charlie. But nicknames for her, so far, my mom calls her Nellie. I don't know why. Call her Towhead. I call her Char. Or Char. Pretty basic nicknames, I guess. So I wasn't supposed to be due until April 11th of 2017. And as soon as, so March 31st, I went to dinner with my best friend to Saboya's. I had some salsa, which I never eat salsa. I don't like spicy things. So I had some salsa. And as soon as it hit midnight of April 1st, like the next day after the 31st, I started having contractions. They got worse until 4 in the morning. I could not stand, but I had to be at work at 5 in the morning. So, I got out of bed, all of this while having terrible contractions. Didn't think I was in labor because I thought they were like Braxton Hicks. Didn't know they were contractions. But I got in my car, and at the time we lived in Fort Wayne, south side of Fort Wayne. So, got in my car, drove from south side of Fort Wayne to Auburn while having like contractions that were 4 to 5 minutes apart. I didn't know what I was doing. But I got to work, and I sat in the parking lot, and I called my backup plan because I had gone to the doctor on Tuesday. And he said, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw you this weekend or before. Because I was 2.5 centimeters dilated, but I didn't think anything of it. So I called my backup plan. I called her and I said, hey, I think I'm in labor. I'm having contractions. Can you come in for me today? She goes, yeah, I'm in the shower. I'll be there in 10-15 minutes. So I said, awesome. What should I do? She said, go to the labor and delivery. I didn't do that. I went home, drove back to Fort Wayne, and I went to bed. And then I woke up at 12 in the afternoon on the same day, and I walked out to the living room, and I sat down on the couch while my knees were, like, I was bouncing my legs. I was anxious. I couldn't sit still. And I just looked at my boyfriend, and I said, can we go? And he goes, go where? And I said, I don't care. Anywhere. And he goes, you want to go to the hospital? I said, sure. Why not? So, we drive from Fort Wayne to Auburn to the ER, because I didn't know where I was supposed to go. I thought I had another 10 days to sort myself out. But we get to the ER at 1, and I met my parents there. And my dad looked at my mom, and he was like, just keep an eye out. She might need a wheelchair because she's probably in labor. I come strolling in with my own backpack on, boyfriend carrying the diaper bag, and then I get there, and they were busy, so I had to wait. And when it was my turn to get to the counter, the lady goes, are you in labor? And I go, I don't know. She goes, okay, we just need a little bit of information and we'll get you checked out. So she calls someone from the labor and delivery area, and they come down, they get me, and they bring me back up to the labor and delivery area because I was in labor. But I go with the nurse into a little room to see if they are going to admit me or not. And as the nurse is checking to see how dilated I am, this might be TMI from here on out to the rest of the story. So, if you don't want to listen, you don't have to. But I go in the room with the nurse to see how dilated I am, and as she's checking me, she goes, oh, your water just broke. And I go, great. And that's at like 1:50, a little bit after we got there. So they get me in a room, and they get Pitocin going through, and they get me admitted and everything, and I get changed, and they get the catheter in, and then around 3:30, they were like, okay, do you want an epidural? And at that time, they weren't bad. They were bearable, but I was like, sure, let's get it. Because I had signed the papers a couple doctor's appointments ago. And so I get the epidural. Best decision ever. I know some moms don't take medication at all during their labor. Props to you guys, cause can't even think about it. But I get the epidural, and I'd say it's like 4 in the afternoon. So I had a feeling I would be there forever. No, I got there at 1, got admitted at 2, got the epidural at 3, took a nap at like 4. And then I wake up from a nap as the nurses keep coming in every half hour to check, see if I'm dilating anymore. And let's see, I want to say 6:15-ish. They come in and they go, okay, time to start pushing. So I start pushing, and it takes a while, but no, it wasn't 6:15. I want to say 6:45. It might have been 6:15. I can't remember. But I was pushing for a while, but around 7:58 at night, my sweet little girl, Charlotte Rae, arrived in this world. She was 7 pounds, 1 ounce, and 19 inches long. And I can't remember. screamed her head off as soon as she came out. All while I was dead silent during my whole labor. The nurses were surprised that I was silent, and I was like, what do you want me to do? Scream? I'm not gonna do that. But she arrived 7:58 at night on April 1st of 2017. And that was the best day of my life. I'm gonna be honest. If I could, I would go back and repeat that day for the rest of my life. But I'm so glad she's here, and I'm so glad that I am able to be her mother and watch her grow. Her first word was mama. Most times it's dada, but her first word was mama. And let's see, she started crawling when she was 5.5, 6 months old maybe? I could be wrong. I can't remember. It's been such a blur. She started walking when she was 9.5, 10 months old. That one I'm sure of. And she started like saying words just recently. Her favorite word is cookie. Her other favorite word is no. She's able to get out of her crib at night, which is a handful. That's why I'm keeping an eye on her on the monitor right now. But yeah, I would not change a second over these almost 2 years. I would not. I would go back and repeat it all over if I could. She's been the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I love her to pieces. I'd have 8 million kids if I could. But I'm gonna settle for just one. But yeah, that is my story. Or my journey, not my story. Call it what you want. But I just thought I would share my journey, and I just love her to pieces. And every time someone asks me about her, my face just lights up, and she's all I could talk about. If I could, I would talk about her 24/7. Sometimes I do. Like, she's the only thing on my mind. It's crazy. And I'm just so lucky to have all of my friends and family being so supportive and so helpful and so wonderful, and I'm just so thankful for everyone that has helped me from day one to now, because I'll admit it wasn't easy at first, but now I got a year under my belt, almost got 2 years under my belt. I think I'm nailing it. I have my ways of parenting, and you guys, if you're parents, you guys have your own ways of parenting, and I'm sure your guys' parents are different than your best friend's parents. So I have my ways of parenting, and I'm gonna stick to it. Yeah, I just love her. I thought I'd share my journey, and thank you for watching my video. I'm still really awkward at these outros or intros, but thank you so much for watching my video. I will see you guys in my next. Okay, side note, for any of my mom friends out there that want to get together and have play dates, I'm all for it. Hit me up and we can make it happen. Okay.